Shocking adventures in lazy dating, the 4 guys you just might meet on dating apps. I met a lot of decent guys. Like really cool guys who didn't have their head up their butts and were fairly direct. One guy even told me straight up that he was looking for friends with benefits and he knew that I wasn't. I absolutely appreciated his honesty. He wasn't the type to lead a woman on so he could get what he was looking for. So, the online dating scene does have a lot of potential. But, it's the others we have to look out for. I know you want the deets, so get your mug out while I spill some tea on the different types of guys I ran into. And away from. 1. The picture collector. This guy started with a compliment and then basically promised me he wasn't a jerk. I was confused because I didn't think he was based on what little I had learned of him. I kind of took it as a disclaimer that maybe he was, but I gave the guy a chance anyhow. We exchanged numbers and texted. Shortly afterwards, he sweetly asked for more pictures of me. That was a huge cringe moment for me. Remember, I hate taking pictures, plus something in my gut was going, just say no, girl. But silly me went against the rules of lazy dating. How bad could it be? He isn't asking for a nudie. So, I sent a few extra pics. He sent some nice messages afterward and I never heard from him again. Later, I would find out that this is called a picture collector. These people usually collect pictures to either scam someone else that they can catfish, or they simply add them to their arsenal of pics they've collected for whatever nefarious reason. He messed it up for the pushy curver. I wasn't totally bummed. I didn't really give a crap, but I decided that I wouldn't give out more pictures than I shared on the site. If a guy needed to verify it was me, he could ask me out on a date. 2. The pushy curver. We exchanged dating numbers and soon began texting. We had a real-life chat on the phone once. His voice did not match his face, but whatever. But after that, he curved deeply. You know, the daily one-line text HRU to keep you there but no real interest. This guy initially unmatched me on the site and told me that he had left the app because he found me. Ha! He really thought I fell for it. After a couple of weeks, he asked for another picture. Keep in mind, however, that the picture collector had ruined any chances of this happening, and I wouldn't have minded if we had engaged in real conversations. In my opinion, he was still at the start. 2 weeks later, I still didn't know anything about the guy except that his day was always good. In fact, I was not yet fully convinced that he was not a picture collector himself. I referred him to the newer pictures added to my profile, but he wanted more, to the point where he was pushy about it. I understand that catfishing is very real, and he wanted to protect himself, but that doesn't mean that I have to swap out my comfort level for yours, mister. It's totally okay if that turned him off and I'm not what he's looking for. Can't win them all. Scaring him off beats me jumping through hoops if we ever became a thing. I'll gladly take the loss on this one. Take notes, ladies. If a guy pushes you to do anything you are not comfortable with, no matter how silly or petty, choose another one. You must be authentic with yourself before you can be authentic with another person. Here's where I'm proud of myself. Old me would have given in and sent him a picture to keep him around, but new me, stuck to my guns. Initially I wanted to ghost him and just not respond, but then I did a big girl thing and communicated. He called and I told him I'd like to talk with him a bit more and then we could meet up, instead. One thing that I've learned in both dating and relationships is that when you are too accommodating for someone who has not yet earned that favor, they remember that. There's an old saying that we teach people how to treat us. Ultimately, he turned out to be pretty scammy. He gave me a sob story and asked for money. I declined and was psyched that I had not emotionally invested in this guy. 3. The bookmarker. We matched and this guy rushed to get my number. We chatted on the phone and he told me right off the bat that he was going out of town, but he wanted to keep in touch until he got back. I thought this meant that we would refrain from meeting right away and just text to see if there's a connection. He literally checked in with me about 3 times to hold his place in line, or at least that's how it felt. That's when I realized that he totally bookmarked me. I wasn't entirely offended by being bookmarked, seeing as how I may have needed to employ that myself from all the attention I was receiving. He seemed honest. I had no reason to believe that he was lying, and he was upfront about it. It was just that whenever he felt like talking, he would reach out but did not reply to my texts for days. I didn't know him enough yet, but it was just that him throwing out scraps whenever he felt like it reminded me of a not-so-fulfilling relationship with an ex that told me chased for many years and I didn't want to relive it. Bookmarker and I never built anything, so it was easy to not give a crap. He was just some guy attempting to string me along, not knowing that new me was not catching feels at all. So, I noted the page, tossed the bookmark, and closed the book. Here's the thing, ladies, when there's a connection, you will know it. It might not be Hollywood fireworks, but you'll feel something apart from attraction. If the other person is feeling it too, they will figure out a way to respond to you. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way. 4. The lazy bloke. Hardcore lazies believe they can just show up and say something cool, chat with you once, and you'll cancel your dates and go full in because they exist. They truly believe that they are the best thing on the app and expect you to just believe them without any action on their part, with no work or effort. They are entitled and usually self-centered. Be very careful, you may have even found yourself a narcissist. You can spot hardcore lazies when they try to influence you to do something by doing it first. They may randomly send you a picture and are hoping you will return the favor, like the lames who send D-pics. Or they may tell you their address, or other personally identifying info, and expect you to tell them yours just because. You see, you are supposed to trust them by now and just believe their info is real. Perhaps he will claim to delete his dating profile and expect that you will do the same. How do you handle this guy? Give it time. Make an unrelated comment in response, pretend like it didn't happen, or just change the subject. If he never brings up reciprocation, no biggie. If he later asks you for the same thing he was hinting at, it's a subtle manipulation move. He might claim it's only fair. If you did not request it, you have no obligation to match his move. To read about the other 8 guys you'll need to avoid, visit www.lazydatingbook.com to get the new book by Olivia M. Lincoln. Lazy Dating, A Nice Girl's Guide to Effortlessly Finding the One, where you'll learn the steps of lazy dating, what men value, and other tests to determine his quality, such as: does he have a cheating heart? Will he be supportive? Is he deceptive? Will he share? Will he commit? But be careful, you may get multiple proposals. This secret has been kept for far too long. Good women can start winning at this game. This is for all the nice girls who have loved but been devalued, devoted but been abandoned, and given but not received. This is for the good girls with big hearts. You are, and always have been, a queen. It is now your time to reign. This book sells for $199 but is currently in Kindle Unlimited for a limited time. This book will be free on April 11, 2020. Please save the date. www.lazydatingbook.com